What thrills you more?
Science fact.
Or the unknown and mysterious?
In each episode, James and I will go head to head, I with the scary science fact,
and me with a compellingly spooky story about aliens, ghosts, ghouls, or cryptids.
This is an interactive experience where each of us will have 3 minutes to entertain you, the audience.
And at the end of the episode, you guys will vote on a winner.
And the loser has to endure one of the punishments seen here on this, the Wheel of Sin. This is science
versus supernatural.
Conflict of interest.
Well, after a brief hiatus.
It's been a while.
Yeah, but we're back. We're back with a vengeance, as they say.
Yeah, we're coming at you. We're
trailers.
Back on schedule. What have you been up to these past couple of weeks?
Well, it was Thanksgiving here in Canada recently. Have we filmed since Thanksgiving? I don't think so. But so there was lots of turkey and lots of passing out, and
Oh my God, yeah. Thanks. I was like trying to remember Thanksgiving, and now I know why I don't remember Thanksgiving.
I thought you were saying you're trying to remember what Thanksgiving was.
No.
Remembering people ate turkey.
All right, guys.
Because that I'd be like, are you having a stroke?
Yeah, there was a strong burnt toast smell in here.
There was.
We realized someone had accidentally put down the toaster, so we're all good here. I went to California. It was really nice. We've been doing stuff, and now we're doing this.
Now we're doing this.
We're back.
Which is also stuff, and it's fun stuff because I have a creepy story for you.
I'm so excited for this.
And you have
an even creepier story for you.
Right.
Actually, creepier facts.
Fact.
I forgot.
Well, there's nothing more
been
factual
so
than my story today. So, shall we hop right in?
Lay it on me.
All right. All right. I'm going to do something a little different today.
All righty.
I'm going to say the name of this creature, and then you're going to just guess what these things are, if you can.
Okay.
I got 2 words for you. Melon heads. What are you picturing?
I'm just thinking about, we were talking about sour candy earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Giant warheads on people's heads.
Kind of like in the what was that candy back in the 90s? Fruit Gushers, and their heads would turn into fruit.
Oh, they like get really big. And yeah.
Elizabeth's like eyes lit up.
Yeah. We gotta get some candy here.
Yeah.
Honestly, melon heads. I think you've lost your mind.
Well, just wait till you hear it.
All right, I'm excited.
And you'll probably double down on that. The melon heads are there's mostly an Ohio cryptid, because strange things seem to come out of Ohio. They really do have the strangest cryptids.
Yeah.
Like, I know it's a meme, but it's true. But they've been spotted in Michigan, Connecticut, and Ohio. They're small creatures. Again, which I've just realized I've done for. Have I done any big cryptids? They're all little people. They're small little creatures that lurk in the woods. And they have big, bulbous heads. But the story goes that melon heads were originally abandoned kids taken in by Dr. Crow, who was a scientist who conducted torturous experiments on them at a facility in Kirkland, Ohio. He had all these, he was doing experiments. He would inject chemicals into their brains, causing their craniums to grow abnormally large, leading to hydrocephalus. That fluid build up in the brain. Science knows that.
Stepping on my toes a little bit.
After enduring years of these horrific experiments, the melon heads turned on the scientist, kind of like Frankenstein's monster, and they killed him, set fire to the lab, and then they scuttled off into the woods, never to be seen again. Except they did, because people started spotting all these weird looking little
large
folks with giant craniums.
Children.
Yeah. So the melon heads, there's another explanation for them, right? Mm-hmm. One story goes that they weren't, it wasn't some crazy mad scientist or any outlandish stuff like that. The other story is that these were asylum patients, and the asylum caught fire. And again, these disfigured people ended up running into the woods, but they were so disfigured that they couldn't find anyone to love now because they looked so messed up from the fire.
Oh my
But they could still hook up with each other because if you're both messed up looking, then
Yeah,
it's
but
fine.
their kids wouldn't.
Well, in this case, we don't know. Well, they're not kids yet. This is a different story now. Right? So there's disfigured people from a fire from the asylum, ran off in the woods, start sleeping with each other because who else are they gonna?
Not the melon heads.
No, the melon heads are coming. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
So then they started giving birth. Right? They started they're living in the woods, all these freaky people, and they're giving birth to kids. But the problem is there's such a small amount of these people. The inbreeding starts. And that's when you get that's when you get the melon heads.
Oh, so this is the alternate theory.
This is the alternate theory.
I blacked out for a minute. There's so much coming at me.
Yeah. Well, this is what I was like in math classes. Just so much information, all very important. How do I keep track of it all? Yeah. Now the question on your mind is probably, what do these melon heads do? Mm-hmm. Right? I mean, they're living out in the woods, but how are they contributing to society?
That was, in fact, the question on my mind.
Was it?
No.
All right. Well, they're said to inhabit the forest near Crybaby Bridge, where they hunt animals, and out of paranoia, they will sometimes kill and cannibalize anyone who sees them. Oh. They're vicious.
Vicious little melon-headed babies.
Now, to maintain their population, the melonheads continue to inbreed, making their offspring more paranoid and violent than before. And so you kind of just have this group of little creatures out there lurking in the woods of Ohio or Michigan.
So they never grew up and got
normal. Well, they're so I think. Well, they probably do, but will they die off probably soon because
that's true because the melon
not enough.
Heads, the bulbous and the experimentation and
they're not the healthiest. So this is obviously not one of the most convincing stories I've told.
I mean, I'm convinced.
Before. But I do love my little creatures in the woods.
You do. You really do. We should get a P.O. box and you guys can start sending James small, large-headed figurines. Make them yourself. Find them in the woods. Send them to James.
I'd love it. Well, how are you going to beat that, Nana?
Well, I know you tried to come for my territory a little bit with the scientists and the cranium expansion.
It's true. I had a mad scientist in mind.
You did. I have, kind of a couple of mad scientists myself that I'd like to talk about. So let's. I didn't do that. Let's get into it. Double down. All right, so my story begins with a well-meaning experiment. And by well-meaning, I mean, well, what the hell were they thinking? So, a team of researchers from a pharmaceutical lab decided to use their AI system, which was originally designed to develop life-saving drugs, for something just a bit more sinister. You see, although the system's goal was originally designing molecules based on specific biological effects to aid in creating pharmaceutical cures for various diseases, the researchers couldn't help but wonder what would happen if they did the opposite. So instead of designing medicines to cure diseases, they asked this AI program to create toxic molecules, substances designed to harm. Within just 6 hours, the AI had generated, take a guess?
A lot.
40,000 molecular designs for potential chemical weapons. And these weren't just theoretical toxins. Among the molecules were some with striking similarities to known chemical weapons like VX, which is a nerve agent, which is to this date one of the deadliest compounds ever created. And some other toxins were entirely new, entirely deadly creations never before seen by the human eye. In fact, these toxic compounds were nothing like anything scientists had ever even imagined. Now, while the experiment wasn't actually conducted to utilize these weapons, but rather to raise awareness about the dark potential of AI in the wrong hands, it's still incredibly terrifying. And it gets worse. The AI didn't even need special data to make these deadly suggestions. It relied on publicly available chemical information. Things you and I could literally just Google, find online. To make a long story short, the same algorithm scientists say they are using to save the world could very well be the thing that ends humanity. Just with a few small tweaks, AI can create some of the deadliest things that are now known to man. They were previously unknown. So what does this mean for the future? Well, if you're an optimist, it's awesome. But if you're a pessimist or even a realist, it's really, really scary. Probably very bad. As amazing as AI is, it's also terrible and completely terrifying. It doesn't understand morality. It doesn't think of consequences. It just does what it's told. And in the hands of the wrong people, or I don't know, even some people I know, or even well-meaning people who don't understand the risks, AI could become this thing that opens up and kind of takes us all down with it, swallows us whole. Think about it, a technology capable of automating the design of weapons faster than humans could possibly comprehend, with enough computing power to, I don't know, I'm repeating myself, destroy the world. We could end thousands of lives. So the scientists who created this, they actually did so for a summit about what dangers does AI have in terms of this field, biological weaponry. But come on, guys. PSA, don't do that. Just don't do it, because it's out there now.
Who are these people that you know who, if they had gotten into their hands, they would destroy the world? Who are these people? Who are these people? It's my Jerry Seinfeld. You know Seinfeld, right?
I know Seinfeld. Okay. I'm not that young.
Right.
And you're not that old, so.
No, I know. But, yeah. Okay.
I don't know. I just, you have those friends and you're like, I don't want you with weapon. Like,
Right, yeah.
You shouldn't own a taser. Not that I have any friends that own tasers, but you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, don't give that kid a rock.
Right.
Yeah. They don't deserve it.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
It reminded me of Superman, because Superman is very powerful, but he chooses to do good.
Yeah.
But if he wanted to, he could destroy the world.
He could
as we all
rock
know,
our shit into next
we all worry
Tuesday.
about every day. Superman destroys the world.
Yeah, that's honestly my biggest nightmare.
So AI is without morals, and it is quickly advancing at such a rate that we're always playing catch up, always on the back foot, and it's a
and especially now that AI is using AI to advance itself. And it's already faster thinking than us. It can come up with more algorithms than scientists can in a year in 5 minutes.
Yeah, well, it's something to be excited for, folks.
We've got an optimist.
We'll be all right. We got the melon heads to protect us.
That we do.
What other cryptids have I covered on this?
Frogmen.
The frogmen. The little aliens that go on their back feet.
Short ones with bulbous heads.
We'll be fine.
Yeah.
All right. Well, shall we get on to the next part of the show?
Yeah, you guys do not like to vote in the comments.
No. So far, we're still going by crew assessment here.
Which, I mean, we have a great crew. They're lovely. They're tactful. They're talented.
So I'm sure they'll choose well the winner on this very special episode of Science versus Supernatural: Conflict of Interest.
So we've got turmeric powder, bone broth, Frank's Red Hot, not sponsored.
All food combinations that should go together well.
We have our oats, and we're not going to use water, because that would be boring. This looks disgusting.
Cinnamon and spice, like...
Everything nice. Are we making the Powerpuff Girls?
They just pop out. How did he do it in the cartoon? I think it was similar.
Cinnamon, spice, everything nice, and then chemical X or something? Well, it just, I don't know.
Maybe it's because you know you're about to
I
have to eat it.
I like Frank's, but like this looks like something that came out of a dog's ass.
I am
my
wondering if this is
God.
going to be good because...
Is this going to be your new like protein snack? Dairy Queen, hire me.
What is this now?
Bone broth.
Bone broth.
This is actually really healthy because it's turmeric, bone broth, oatmeal, and I think Frank's Red Hot. Fun fact, again, not sponsored, 0 calories.
That's why instead of
Who
water, I
cares?
just drink Frank's Red Hot.
Yeah, because water has a lot of calories.
You've gathered it into one little clump.
Oh, God.
Perfect. All right.
The punishment's been prepared. What is this, James?
Well, it's cinnamon oatmeal
Yep.
as the base. That's the clump.
And we didn't have water. I mean, we did, but that would be no fun. So what did we use for the liquid portion of the oatmeal?
Frank's Red Hot.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's some, chicken bone broth?
Yeah.
And
In powder form.
in powder
because
form.
liquid would be too easy.
And there's one more thing,
Yeah.
right?
Turmeric.
Turmeric.
For health.
Turmeric. So one of us is going to have to eat this clump of toxic crap. I am still very excited about. You know, I like trying new things, and I like kind of seeing like, hey, could this actually be good? Could we get rich off of having invented?
Is this like the side hustle now?
Yeah, like
Just weird food combinations
we
that
should
work.
make a cookbook one day of all the punishments. Like,
Oh my god.
right?
I mean, if we get big enough, why not?
Yeah,
What's the weirdest thing you've ever eaten?
a ladybug, probably.
You know what? I think I ate a potato bug once. I was going to say like snake. What?
Why?
$20.
I wasn't offered $20. It was just a dare. I was a kid,
James eats ladybugs.
and it was really bitter. Don't eat a
Really?
ladybug. Yeah, really.
I heard some of them are poisonous, so that's a bold move, and I'm glad you're okay.
Didn't infect my brain at all. Patrick and Elizabeth are going to vote on the winner here.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
All right. How do we want to do this? Count down from 3. We'll close our eyes.
Yeah.
That's how I guess we.
All right. James is number 1. I'm number 2. On the field, not in your hearts. Let's go. 1,
2.
3.
2 wins. All right.
Great. Thanks, guys. Thanks, because I do not want to eat that. James, you're great. Enjoy.
I did say I was excited about it.
How do
now,
you feel now?
a little less.
Yeah.
A little less. I was hoping that maybe I'd be able to just try a little bit.
He was
'Cause-
hoping I'd leave him leftovers.
Yeah. Okay. It smells like a
When you bring
health
it,
food store,
yeah. Let me smell it one
like a
more time.
bulk. You know what I mean? You just get that waft of spice.
You know what? It does. It smells like when you walk into the, I don't know if you guys have Bulk Barn, where you're watching from America, Europe, Asia. We're worldwide. I'm off topic. It smells like the spice section of
Yeah.
the Bulk Barn. Yeah.
Probably because it's just a bunch of spices,
Yeah.
and which is what this is.
It might be good. All right.
I hope I'll be able to taste the cinnamon in there.
Is it good?
No. Oh. Oh. Oh no. No, it's not good.
Do you need a bucket?
Oh, the garbage smells terrible. That's empty. Oh, I got a little. Oh, thank you. Oh God, that was the first one I really freaked out on.
James has never spit out a food challenge, but was that a spit out or a spit
It was a
up?
spit out.
Okay.
It was a spit out. It's kind of the combination of everything
Yeah, I
makes it
guess too.
sour. It had a
Sour?
sour business to it.
Was that red hot expired?
Oh. I might have ruined Frank's mouth for me. It was the combination of everything that made it sour. We were talking about sour earlier. This was the bad sour. This isn't like the fun candy sour. This was like the rotten sour.
That was amazing. How you doing?
Christ. Do you want to try some?
No.
Oh, God. Well, thank you, everybody, for tuning in.
Yeah. What's the weirdest food you've ever eaten? Let us know below in the comments. And let us know who you think won. Maybe give James a little bit of redemption. Or be honest. Either or.
Churra or churro or whatever they say. Thanks for tuning in.
Did you say churro?
Churro.